Okay guys, I've decided I'm going to try one more time to tackle this stupid issue I'm having with the moisture in my power steering. Alright, I'm going to be fully honest with a full disclosure. The water got into the steering gearbox. That's my fault. I'm 100% guilty. I was lazy and unattentive to the situation. If you guys would recall, some of you that's been with me for a while, and then maybe for the new people, when I had the engine out of the Blazer, I had it sitting out in front of my old house in the driveway for a long time with no hood and no core support and stuff out there. So the gearbox was fully exposed to the elements. Well, the inlets to the gearbox, one of which had the return hose stuck on it that was in a U shape pointing to the ground, so I wasn't worried about it getting water in it, although it did end up getting leaves stuck in there by some bees or wasps, but that's a whole different story. But my, I guess would be my high pressure side of my power steering gearbox, I had just set a piece of metal over that hole. Well, several times over, that stupid piece of metal got knocked off of there. Well, long story short, water got down inside the stupid gearbox. I knew it was in there, but I didn't run the vehicle with it in there. So Richard and I both tried with fresh fluid and air pressure to get all the all the water out of the steering box. We thought surely, as much fluid as we ran through it, that it was going to be clear. Well, no, that's not the way that works, because the first time I got it running, it actually turned the power steering fluid into milk. And then if you'll look in here, it's not as dark white as milk, but it's still got moisture in it. So what I've done is I have hooked up an old wore out Mallory 110 electric fuel pump to the return hose off the gearbox. I have plugged where the return hose would connect to your reservoir, because that's the only way you can put fresh fluid in the reservoir and have it run through the gearbox, is you have to plug that return line. So let me just say, I'm making I don't know if I want to call it a redneck or just a makeshift power steering flush. Now, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to give it a shot, because trying to one man dump fluid in this thing, start the engine, run it for 2 seconds, shut it off, trying to flush it that way is not working. It's not working at all. So basically what I'm hoping to do is create a vacuum that'll pull that clean fluid from the reservoir down through the the power gearbox. I have the vehicle jacked up to get just the front tires off the ground, so I can cycle the steering lock to lock, left to right, while it's under a vacuum, while pouring fresh power steering fluid, tickled myself there for a second, into the reservoir. So again, I've got a wore out old Mallory Comp 110 pump that only pumps about like 3 to 5 pounds, because it's just old and it don't work that great. I've plugged off my inlet to my reservoir from the return hose. I have a barb on the other side of my pump hooked to the return line from the gearbox. And then I just put this in there. I put the clear thing in there, not particularly so you guys could see it, but it did turn out as a good way to show you whenever the stuff hopefully starts running clear. But I was just using it as a way to connect those stupid hoses together, because I had that as a 3/8 coupler. So and then I've just got it, sorry about that, got hung up on the house there. And I've just got it run out down to a 1 gallon jug. So hopefully this is gonna work. This is my hope, because I am so sick of messing with this thing. See if I can get you guys set up on the, I can get you guys set up here. That way you can see the fluid. Well, what we should probably do is start by filling up the reservoir again. I went to AutoZone and bought a 1 gallon thing of power steering fluid, and I'll tell you why. I have used Walmart Super Tech power steering fluid for years. I can't remember a time that I didn't cheap out, go to the store and buy the Super Tech power steering fluid anytime I needed to use some. I will no longer use Super Tech power steering fluid, and I challenge you guys to go to the store, grab a can, or a bottle of that power steering fluid, and read the back of it. I apparently had never read the instructions or the sticker on the back of the power steering fluid. Lo and behold, it tells you it's formulated for topping off a system that's slightly low, but is not recommended for a complete system refill. I said that right. It says right on the bottle, not formulated for a complete power steering refill. Like it tells you on the bottle, do not use this product to completely fill your power steering. Okay, does that make any sense to anybody? Why would anybody sell something so stupid? If you can't run their power steering fluid as your only fluid in your system, then it's not power steering fluid and it shouldn't be used. So I was absolutely shocked when my brother-in-law showed that to me on the back of the sticker, where it actually tells you do not use this for for a refill, like when you're going from dry, putting on a new pump, whatever. It tells you do not use it. And I literally, you know, what I'm talking about is this stuff. This Super Tech power steering fluid that you get at Walmart, on the back of it says recommended for reservoir top off only, not complete refill. Right there at the top of that sticker, I don't know if it'll focus that good, but there's bullet points. The very bottom bullet point tells you that it's formulated for a top off, but do not do it for a complete refill. I will never buy this junk again for anything. I don't know where they came up with that idea that that was acceptable, but we'll be done with that crap. So we've got our 1 gallon. And keep in mind, these things don't hold a ton of fluid, so you just got to add just a little bit. Run your pump, add a little bit, run your pump, because what I'm going to try to do, let me find my go switch here, because basically I've just got it hot wired and I've got a ground, so I can turn the pump on. Now see, this is what gets confusing, is you'll see it empty the reservoir and you'll think, oh wow, that thing's really clearing up this fluid, because look how much clearer already your fluid is compared to when you started. But in reality, there's still tons of moisture inside your gearbox. You're not winning until you can cycle these front tires and get all that crap out of the gearbox. Let's try again. See, I'm pulling through the gearbox, and then after this round, I'm going to put fresh fluid in it again, and then I'm going to go in there and I'm going to turn them wheels back and forth several times to see if I can win the battle. Oh no. I even bought, on a recommendation of my brother-in-law, a bottle of this royal purple additive, because he's had real good luck with that royal purple. Well, let's see what we got. Go from there. Hold on. Make sure we keep our contact. That looks pretty good right there. I am totally happy with the way that thing is flushing out. Everything's looking clear. Totally happy with that. But I'm going to do it one more time where I fill the reservoir, cycle those steering, too much in here. It's hard to tell when it gets full because you can't really see down through the funnel to see a clear liquid. I've got my oil change catch pan under there for the big stuff. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill that thing one more time. I'm going to do the front wheels back and forth maybe 5 times. Then I will use my pump to cycle that fluid out of there one more time. And then I'll put fresh fluid in it, start the engine, and see if I'm finally winning this battle. Because it has just been driving me crazy that I haven't been able to get all that moisture out of that stupid box. Because I mean, we have literally put gallons of power steering fluid through there thinking that we were winning that battle, and evidently we were not. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I'm going to try to start putting up a few more videos so I don't fall so far behind. And again, this is going to be called How to Flush Your Power Steering System. And I might even do a special video warning people about that stupid Super Tech fluid. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, man. This thing's been a fun project, and hopefully we'll get her wrapped up pretty soon. Thank you guys.